Hi guys, this is simslisgames from Brazil. It's been a while since I've shown up around here, but I wanted to talk a bit about how my experience with The Sims 4 has been over the last few weeks, especially with everything that's been happening in the community right now. So let's go. First, I want to apologize. I really wanted to bring updates on my medieval save file that I've been building. I actually have a lot of new things to show you. I even had a whole script ready, but life got in the way. I've been working a lot, and on top of that, I released an EP with my band this past few months, so I didn't have the time to edit and post videos. But I kept working on my save, and it's pretty far along already. Unfortunately, I had to put it on hold to make this video because of the current state the game is in. Honestly, I didn't feel comfortable recording a happy video, excited video about something I've been building when the whole situation we're in right now is just messy. At this point, I don't even know if my medieval save file survived. And to be real with you, I haven't even tried to open it since the last update. I'm scared. I don't want to risk it. It had already gone through some pretty annoying situations this year, like furniture disappearing from certain lots. Thankfully, I had saved some of them to the gallery, but even the gallery feels hard to trust nowadays. One of the biggest issues was a rental lot that I just couldn't change back to residential to reduce bugs, and I couldn't even delete it. About a month ago, by some miracle, I managed to open that lot, edit it, and leave without the game crashing. It took forever to load, but at least it didn't freeze completely. I had also just finished it, cleaning up and organizing my modes folder after ages, and the game was actually running decently. And then the very next day, the update that broke everything. Sure, I was excited about the new skin detail feature because I can't stand these neutral sims with zero expression anymore, but I didn't even touch the pack disabling tool. Like, in theory, I get why someone who swaps packs all the time might find it useful, but with a game that's already so broken, I would never have pushed something like that right now. And as we've seen, it ended up breaking the game for a ton of players. So yeah, please don't even get close to that feature. I also think it's absurd that this feature was implemented as some kind of solution for players, for performance issues. People didn't spend ridiculous amount of money over the years on DLCs just to be told to disable them. And all we know right now is that they supposedly tried to fix a few for rent bugs, but for many of them, they literally said they don't even have enough data to figure out how to fix things. It's just frustrating because honestly, I doubt it's going to solve the damage that's already been done. The last time I tried to open the game, it just froze on the main menu, as if the pop-ups themselves were crashing everything. And honestly, I haven't even tried again. It's just too discouraging. It's not even about complaining over shallow gameplay anymore, because right now the game isn't playable. With every update, with every new pack, it just keeps breaking again and again. One thing I've heard people saying is that For Rent was basically just an accelerator for the corruption issues, but the game itself was already struggling to sustain so many households and families even before that. I had already tried creating a save years ago where I filled up all the worlds, but Sims kept disappearing from their households. Sometimes the game will turn some of them into NPCs, and then suddenly they just vanish. And this was happening even before For Rent came out, but honestly that pack completely broke everything for good, and I didn't even use that many rental lots. I even had this old save I'd been playing for years with tons of characters and business, and when I entered one of the lots it was fine, but going back to the map will just show me the default base game map for some reason. I'm just so tired of games that I can't just sit, open and play. I don't want to keep fixing things every single time because of sheer irresponsibility. At least I'm glad that some big creators are finally starting to talk about their own bad experiences with the game, because it's honestly becoming toxic and very hard to see a future for it. The Sims team says they want to keep supporting this game for a long time, but what we really need are some serious improvements to the platform itself. Creators have already brought so much to the game and given it visibility in so many ways, and I think now is the moment to ask for real improvements so that this game can actually last for years, because right now it's just not something we can trust. I also recommend watching English Simmer's latest videos about these issues, and I'm honestly glad to see more people in the community speaking up and sharing their opinions. She made some very clear videos about what EA has been saying regarding these issues, the surveys, and how to send your saves to the forums so they can try to reproduce the error there somehow. And there are several other creators who have been pointing out the problems with this game for years and have been treated as haters, but the truth is that the game needs to improve. I'm seriously considering going back to The Sims 3 because The Sims 4 is losing all the things that kept me interested in it. It hurts to say that about a franchise I follow for 20 years, but it's just exhausting to deal with this every time I try to play. And I know things can change depending on the device, but it's not like I have a bad PC. I've got a 6GB graphics card. Honestly, I even found it a bit weird how the visuals look jumping from a 4GB Nvidia to a 6GB one. I had a hard time optimizing the graphics quality, but I've also got 16GB RAM and enough SSD space. I do still plan to finish my save if things normalize a little bit, but fixing the game, I honestly don't think we're at a point where that's even possible anymore. I'll probably bring a video soon just to show the work I've done on my save. I worked a lot on the World with 2. I've got almost every lot in Windenburg done, plus a bunch of characters, but whether if it will survive or not, I can't promise, and that's depressing. Players have lost years of progress in their saves, and instead of focusing on fixing these issues, EA just keeps stacking expansion on top of expansion. Honestly, at this point, every time an update is announced, I feel stressed. I'm really tired of this rapid update model. It's long overdue for them to release one big master patch that actually fixes things instead of little gimmicky updates just to look active. I don't want another random event update if it means my saves are going to break again. So that's it for today, guys. This was just a bit of a rant from someone who can't really find joy in playing anymore, at least The Sims 4. In its current state, it's getting harder and harder to fool ourselves into thinking we're playing an amazing game here in 2025. I really want this game to be better, but there's a lot of work to be done. I'm simslisgames from Brazil. Su.